Welcome to Reliant Stadium in Houston, Texas, as we kick off night number 2 of the opening week in the Cfsl. We got Miami and Notre Dame kicking us off tonight in the first of 2 games in this Tuesday night doubleheader. In the booth with me tonight is Matt Pack. You guys haven't seen him on a broadcast in a while, but he'll be doing the call with me, Matt. Interesting game here, second meeting overall. Miami won the first one. What do you see tonight?
I don't think we're going to see the same Notre Dame team we saw in the exhibition week. At least I hope not for the Irish fans out there. But should be an interesting game. A pretty seasoned quarterback in Axton Richardson going up against Tyler Steeman, who's making his CFSL regular season debut tonight.
Well, I agree with you. It's very weird. Everybody picked Miami in the pick'em, and then everybody picked Notre Dame in the predictions. This one picked off right off the bat. Devontae Williams Jr. picks off the first pass of the game. An interception. Good way to start for Notre Dame.
And he sat on it, baited Axton Richardson into that throw, and then jumped the route perfectly. I tell you what, that's if you're the Irish, that's a good way to start your first defensive possession. The only way that one could have went better is if he made it into the end zone.
Yeah, that's a great way to start if you're Notre Dame. So we'll see what they can do with the interception starting at the 22-yard line. And there you go for the end. Oh my!
Boy.
That one is picked off by Miami as the first pass there by Tyler Steeman gets picked off by Troy Pressing. Pressing, one of the league leaders in passes defense last year, had 11 this time. He comes with his second interception of his career. 2 plays, 2 interceptions. Here's Axton Richardson. The pass again. He's going to check that one down underneath. Duncan makes the catch, and he'll pick up 5.
Well, okay, maybe those jitters are out of the way now for both quarterbacks. Have never seen that before, I don't think, in the first 2 plays of the game.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That is quite wild. We'll see what they do here. Going over the middle as Jaden Nathaniel picks it up for the second play of the drive. Picks up 14 in the first down.
Dominic Chalizzi in on that tackle for the Irish. Now, these wild things start coming out like that, Mike. Interceptions in the first 2 plays. Is it because I'm in the booth?
Well, you never know. It's very possible. Handoff here. Duncan starts right, cuts back to the left, and he's going to pick up 7 on that play. So now that Axton Richardson, got the interception out of the way. Now it looks like Miami settling in a little bit.
Yeah, the offense settling in a little bit more. Expect to see a heavy dose of Marcus Duncan in this game. And then a lot of this right here.
Read option. Richardson's going to take that up the middle, and he'll pick up 5. So 2 first downs now for Miami, and we're only a minute into this game. We've already had 2 interceptions, and this is the 3rd offensive drive. And we're going to throw this one to the left. That one is incomplete, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
That one could have killed somebody. He had some fire on that thing. Never even got close to the receiver with it. Don't know what Richardson saw right there, but he did not like it.
2nd and 10, Richardson back to pass, going to take off and run, and he tries to fight off the defender, but he's going to get taken down there by Mike Thompson. The freshman 3-star comes up to tackle. Going to be 3rd and 7 after a pickup of 3. Minute and a half gone. Trips top of the screen here. Richardson making an adjustment, going to drop back. Fires that one to the right, and it is off of the hands of his receiver as Richard Singer, the 3-star senior, not able to bring that one home, and they're going to have to put it away.
Well, Singer's not able to bring that in. Notre Dame had pretty tight defense there on the outside. Forces a Miami punt. Is an improvement over an interception. They did make some yardage, flip field position a little bit. Now Notre Dame just come back to work, see if they can do something.
A 13-yard return there on the return by Bubba Bertier. So we'll see what Notre Dame can do here on their second drive. Tyler Steeman had an auspicious debut as he threw an interception in the end zone on his first play. We'll see what he does here. He's going to drop back to pass. Throws it to the right, caught and brought down McCaden Saint after a pickup of 2.
I'll tell you what, he took a big hit there by John Dowd, who came in. Looked like he might have got the face mask on that one, but maybe it was just more of a top of the shoulder pads deal.
Well, sometimes it's hard to tell where they actually grab them. Shotgun, Saint offset to the left. They bring the tight end in motion. And they're going to pass that one into the flat. That one is caught. Brandon Maynard, the second, transfer from Florida State, comes up with a 4-yard pickup. It's going to set up a 3rd and 4.
He does a good job there, just slipping out in a little flat route, pick up a couple of yards, make it a little bit more manageable 3rd down for the Irish.
Press set here as a pass at 3rd and 4 over to the left. That one is caught. And stepping out of bounds there was Zachary Cooper, the 4-star freshman in his debut, picks up a 1st down.
That was good ball placement there by Steeman. You know, he hits him where he can at least get his feet in bounds. That's a good throw by the freshman.
Handoff here, Caden St. third, only going to pick up 3 on that one. And they're going to be 2nd and 7. A lot of short plays so far here for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is choosing to kind of try to nickel and dime their way down the field right now. You know, not the offense we're used to seeing from the last couple of seasons, you know, but this is a new quarterback, so it's a new system.
Well, he's a very similar quarterback in stature to Leo Asiata. Caden St. gets the handoff, fighting off some tackles. Then he goes down and he fumbles, but the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. But goodness, that was almost disastrous.
Oh, that was bad. And I think it was Isaac Kraut. It was Kraut that got in and knocked that ball loose. Nobody could get to it before it got out of bounds, though, so Notre Dame avoids disaster.
Kraut, the 2-time All-American, forces the fumble there, but it goes out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 here for Notre Dame. Ball at the 48-yard line to come out with 4 receivers. They're going to hand it off straight up the middle as the backup walk-on Stephen Watson picks up the 1st down.
Well, you know, again, Miami looked like they've been sitting on the run there. Notre Dame throws a little bit of a wrench in on 3rd down and short. It runs the ball, picks up the 1st.
Hand off here to Watson. He gets hit hard there by Griffin Richardson. And he'll only pick up 1. That'll set up the 2nd and 9.
Well, Griffin Richardson, you know, he's a 5-star junior outside linebacker. Comes in, had 58 tackles, 9 for a loss last season.
Pretty good season. Expecting him to do a little bit more, hopefully, here in his junior season. A 5-star. Started his career at Oregon. Pass short underneath there. Watson not able to hold on to that one. Going to fall incomplete, and that'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, and that's where the walk-ons can get you sometimes. We saw him make a good run to pick up the 1st down, then we see him drop a ball right in his hands on that play.
Long 3rd and 9 here, so we'll see what they could do. 4 receivers, 3 to the left. Fires over the middle, goes short of the 1st down marker, though. And that's Watson again. He picks up 8, but cannot get the 1st down. And they are going to go ahead and kick the field goal.
Yeah, they're going to go for the long one here with Amy Shalizzi, who only missed 1 field goal all season long last year.
Shalizzi's first kick of season 9 is up and good. So Notre Dame strikes first. They get the first 3 points on the board despite the turnovers early on. Notre Dame's able to regroup a little bit. They get the first points.
Well, they did. They got the first points. You know, they strike the first blow here, so to speak, here in this game. Now Miami, who had a decent drive going, it just kind of sputtered out on them last time. Ashton Richardson Company, they're going to have to find a way to move the ball on this Notre Dame defense.
We'll see. They got 34 yards the first drive. Picked up a couple of 1st downs. We'll see what they can do here. They will start at the 25-yard line. Come out in the shotgun set, and they're going to hand it off to Marcus Duncan. Goes to the right, fights off Dominic Shalizzi, but helped out there by Trent Doyle, the 5-star freshman, after Duncan picks up 7.
Well, now Doyle was a bright spot, I remember, for Notre Dame in the exhibition game. He had double-digit tackles against us.
Well, you remember that game pretty well. You were the team that they played. That one thrown in the traffic. Receiver wasn't looking for. There was a defender over there. That one lucky not to get picked off again, and it's going to bring him to 3rd and 3.
Right now, this Miami offense, except for a play here or there, looks pretty out of sorts.
Richardson back to pass. Going to throw it to the left, and that one almost picked off. Thompson gets his hands on that one, and it falls incomplete. A quick 3 and out for the Canes, and they'll punt it away.
Well, Ashton Richardson had a 74.2 completion percentage last year, and through his first 9 attempts, he's completed 2 of them so far, Mike.
Yeah, a little bit of a rough start here as you see Bertier fighting his way, but then he gets tripped up. Going to give him a return of 10 there. And we're going to see Notre Dame come out for their 3rd drive. Interception, first play in the end zone. Last drive, they put it together. It was a short drive, but they moved the ball down the field fairly effectively. They picked up 36 yards, wind up with a field goal.
Yeah, but Notre Dame, they're going to have to find some. Both these defenses are playing well right now. I think that's really the tail of it. You know, we've had the 2 interceptions. We saw where Miami forced another fumble, just weren't able to recover it. Both these offenses having a little bit of trouble getting in sync.
Both of them playing pretty conservatively here after those opening interceptions. Hand off here, Caden Saint can take that one up the middle. He'll pick up 7. So they'll bring up another third down. It's going to be 3rd and 3.
Well, Caden Saint the third, you know, he's going to have to get this offense moving a little bit, it looks like, to get steaming a little bit of time in the pocket.
4-man rush for Miami. They throw it to the right. That was caught on the sideline. Bummerbird's here, the cornerback, out there playing offense, comes up with a 14-yard catch and a first down.
Well, Bertier's just a speedy guy, got great hands, and does a great job there of keeping his feet in bounds. That was a bullet that gets Steven fired.
Read option, and this time Stevens going to take it himself. He'll pick up 9 on his first carry. I mentioned it earlier. Stevens very similarly built to Leo Asiata, but a little bit more athletic.
Yeah, he is more athletic. We've seen him run a little more in the limited action he's seen. So we'll see what he does.
And off here, Saint picks up the first down and a whole lot more. He'll pick up 10, and Notre Dame's putting together another drive.
Well, Greg Cooksey's favorite player that's not on his team, Caden Saint the third, is he's having a good start here to the run game.
Is that his favorite player?
Yeah, he said it about 3 or 4 times.
Okay. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Notre Dame up 3-0, trying to add to that. And this pass over the middle, big hit there by Richardson. But Austin Gombas able to hold on to that for his first grab.
Austin Gombas, I think, had to hear the footsteps coming because Griffin Richardson's a big man. Laid him out, but Gombas does a fantastic job of holding on to that football.
Gombas, 59 catches a season ago in his freshman campaign, had 4 touchdowns in one of those games. His first catch of this season, a little bit tougher than many of his last season. Pass over the middle there, the walk-on Watson's going to get the catch there. He picks up 8, and it's going to be 1st and goal.
And these little short routes in the running game are working now for Notre Dame. They seem to have found the holes in this Miami defense.
1st and goal from the 3. They're going to go read option. Steeman keeps himself, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They go up 9-0.
Well, that was a really good drive by Notre Dame. And Steeman finishes it off with the read option. See a little bit of that athleticism that you spoke of earlier. You know, he got out of the gates a little bit faster than the former quarterback did.
Well, he does have that athleticism. Like you talked about, what does Miami got to do now?
Well, they've got to get comfortable on offense. And I think the first thing you have to do is you've got to get Marcus Duncan going. I understand it's a big task when you're going against, Dominic Salizzi and Al Walker at linebacker spot on the other side. But you've got to get this Notre Dame team to play honest and to have to play against the run. That's going to open up because Miami has a quartet of I can't talk, Mike. Weapons on the outside.
Receivers, I think.
Blaze Gunner is who I'm trying to get to. And also Mark Perry's lining up this year at wide receivers. So he's got options out there, but Notre Dame's just sitting back in coverage.
Perry is an interesting player to watch. Started last season as a corner. They moved him over to wide receiver. He starts this season at wide receiver as we see Richardson take off and run, puts his head down, and he picks up 8 on the first play of this drive.
Didn't see anything he liked, and he had to dance around a lot just to find a hole. So it's a good run by Richardson. Short second down.
He'll be short 2nd and 2. They got the ball out to the 33. Gonna go read option again. Richardson keeps it, but he gets hit. Dominic Shalizzi, the first man in. No gain on that play, and it's gonna bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, big Josh Davis gets credited with the tackle there, but it was Shalizzi that made the noise.
Pistol full house here on 3rd and 2. And they're going to go play fake. Richardson going to throw it into the flat to the left. Got a receiver open, stepping out of bounds. Isaac Kraut picking up 7 in the first down.
Isaac Kraut, we've seen how dangerous he is on defense. 2-time All-American. Well, we also see what he can do on offense for the Hurricanes.
Shotgun again, play fake. Richardson throwing it to the left. That one is caught. Nathaniel picks up 15, and that'll be another Miami first down.
Nathaniel, a big-bodied receiver out there. He's a big target. It helps a guy like Action Richardson when he cuts in front of the defense there. He opens up. That's a lot of wingspan he's got to pull that ball in with.
He just runs under the defense. They're playing zone coverage there. He waits for him to find the hole, and he hits him for the first. 1st and 10 now. Ball at the 45. And they're going to go with that pistol full house again here. Richardson moving around, throwing it to the left, and overshoots his receiver. That's going to go for an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, he overshot him a little bit, but he was covered. They had a guy, one of the safeties already collapsing down there on the outside.
Richardson going to pass again. This time short over the middle. That one is caught by Singer. He'll be dragged down after an 8-yard pickup. Going to bring up a short 3rd and 2 here. Do they go to the run?
Well, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if they let Marcus Duncan try to get this, or use the read option, let either him or Richardson try to pick up this first.
Shotgun 2x2 set here. They're going to go read option, but the defender coming off the edge made Axel Richardson hesitate, and Dominic Schlizzy winds up making the tackle, and it's going to be 4th and 2, and they're going to try the 54-yard field goal.
I tell you what, Schlizzy looked like just stopped and stared down Richardson there about a yard in front of the first down marker. And when Richardson turned, that's when Schlizzy lowered the boom.
Well, and they missed the field goal.
Wow.
Dakota Groza comes on and hooks it to the left. And so no points out of this one. And Notre Dame's going to take over from the 32. No play fake here to start the drive. Steeman, lots of time. Now he's going to try to take off and run, but he's going to get hit and sacked for a loss of 2.
Well, he hung in the pocket a long time right there. And your offensive linemen eventually are going to wear out. Any kind of push or grip that they have on that defensive lineman or linebacker they're trying to block, they're going to start to lose it. Sees the hole there, thinks he can break into it, but at that point, big number 90 for the Miami Hurricanes, Chris Watson, able to come off his block and just drop him. Yeah, just waited a little long. I thought he had a hole earlier if he wanted to run.
Chris Watson, the walk-on, picking up the sack. Might be the last play of the first quarter as Notre Dame looking to add to their 2-score lead. Steeman back to pass, going to fire it over to the left. That one is caught. And the small receiver loses the football. I think that was Zachary Carter that had the football, but he loses it. And it is recovered by Rex Tyler, the 2nd turnover. Actually, that was Bertier, excuse me. The cornerback out there on offense makes the catch but loses it on a fumble.
Well, he got hammered. That's what happened. He got shillelagh'd right there by the Miami defense. Miami, all right, gets the ball back in great position. They've had good drives. They don't have anything to show for it yet.
We'll see what they can do here. 2nd turnover of the game for the Miami defense. They're going to hand it off to Marcus Duncan, who's going to pick up 6. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Notre Dame up 10-0 here from Houston. We'll be back with more in just a moment. You're watching the Cfsl on PX1 Sports on YouTube Live. Start of the 2nd quarter, and a little short pass out to the left goes to Mark Perry. He's going to pick up 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 here for Miami as we get going here in the 2nd frame.
Mike Thompson does a good job of reading that play, watching the ball. Doesn't try to make a play on the ball, knows he's probably not going to get there, but makes a nice open field tackle to stop that.
So 3rd and 3 here, ball on the 45-yard line. They got trips to the left, Duncan in the backfield. They're going to use him as a decoy. They go read option, first man in, gets run over. And then the tackle made by Zach Howard, the transfer from Florida State, comes up with the tackle for loss, had 16 of those at Florida State last season, and it's going to be 4th and 4.
Well, Richardson tries to take off, and he does a great job fighting the first guy off, but it gives Howard enough time to catch him from behind. Going to force Miami to punt again. This Notre Dame defense, again, this is daylight and dark from the exhibition game.
13-yard return there for Bertier. He's had a decent night, 36 yards on 3 returns, so 12-yard average. Notre Dame's going to start this drive at the 26. And they're up 10-0. Turned the ball over on their last one. A fumble by Bertier. Gave it away. We're going to go read option here. And Steeman's going to keep it himself. Gets struck down from behind, but he picks up 10 in the first down.
Well, that's a nice run there by Steeman. Would have liked to see him cut it outside a little bit farther, but if he had, might be able to avoid that tackle by Griffin Richardson.
1st and 10. Saving at the 30. Steeman going to pass here. Blitz coming off the edge. Goes over the middle. Cooper makes the catch. Picks up 16, but he pays the price.
Boy, I tell you what, he did. Cooper got nailed. I tried to catch the number of the truck there that hit him. Was it 50? Was it Pinell? No, it was Kraut. It was Kraut that got him.
Isaac Kraut, 2-time All-American, laying the lumber. No surprise there, 86 tackles a season ago, 3 picks for his second All-American selection. Hand off, Caden Saint III gets slowed down a little bit by his offensive line, but he's going to fight for it. Picks up 9, but there's a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Personal foul, clipping, offense.
So clipping in on the right tackle, Sean Lee, and that's going to erase the play.
Still first down.
Action and go for a loss of 6 there. So not what you wanted to see from Notre Dame, and you're backed up 6 yards. Going to be a long 1st and 16. We'll see if they can rebound here on this drive. Standing at the 40, Steeman, play fake, goes over the middle, and making the catch, jumping to get some extra yards. Austin Gambas picks up 11.
Yeah, Gambas just jumps over the tackler and picks up an extra yard or 2. Pretty impressive play.
Showing some vision and athleticism there. 2nd and 4 now, so very manageable. Font back after that personal foul on the first down. Steeman's going to take this one himself. Picks up 7 in the first down.
All right. Well, Notre Dame has settled into their offense. I think it's safe to say they're content to nickel and dime their way down the field here. Not try to take too many unnecessary risks for freshmen.
And off here, Caden Saint's going to go and pick up 9. And Notre Dame seems to have their offense going despite the 2 turnovers. Looking pretty good otherwise.
Yeah, they do. And again, that was Kraut again that just dropped Caden Saint after the 9-yard pickup. He's sitting back there. You know, he's putting up big numbers in this game, Mike. But that means the guys in front of him are letting the play get to his level.
Not always the best when your safeties racking up a lot of tackles. Handoff here to the walk-on Watson. Gets just enough to pick up the 9th first down of the night for Notre Dame.
Already 9 first downs for the Irish to have a 10-point lead. They're on the 25-yard line, threatening to score again.
Screen pass, Bertier's got it here. Slips a couple of tackles, accelerates down the sideline, and not quite into the end zone. 25 yards, going to be 1st and goal.
Okay, if that wasn't a touchdown, it had to be the closest thing to it. Bertier, who dropped the ball, had the fumble earlier, tries to make up for it, but breaks through a couple of tackles and just fights with everything he's got to get down to the goal line.
I don't know. I think he might have got in there. The walk-on Tim Cox made the tackle. They're not going to review it. So 1st and goal here. They're going to go empty backfield. I got to think this is a quarterback draw. And indeed it is, right up the middle. Tyler Steeman into the end zone for his 2nd rush TD of the night.
Well, this is the days of the touchdown vulture are back apparently now for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, where the quarterback's going to start stealing touchdowns. But Steeman engineered a great drive, threw some good passes, a great run, well put together. Notre Dame's got a 17-0 lead.
Yeah, and considering that, 38-7 last week? When your Auburn Tigers beat them in the exhibition game. Notre Dame coming out here, maybe they were playing the cards close to the vest last week.
Maybe they just threw the deck in the closet and just pretended like they didn't have any cards.
They just put the sunglasses on and pretended they were playing blind.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they did, I think. Notre Dame, we all know how talented this team is and how good they are. So they didn't really fool anybody.
Well, maybe they fooled Miami because they're bringing it to Miami right now. 17-0. Still 6:12 to play here in the first half. Richardson's going to wind up, throws this one to the left, and that one is almost picked off by Minka Solo.
Minka Solo, another member of that dangerous Notre Dame secondary. The 5-star free safety, the senior this season.
Yeah, he's been around for a while. Got a senior season and looking to get another championship appearance and chance for him. As comes up with another tackle, they're going to be a loss of 1, 3rd and 11.
Well, there's something about these solos. We've seen a couple of them come through Notre Dame, and there's one thing in common with all of them: they hit hard.
Yeah, well, the first one was a corner, Tyrell Solo, and now Minka the safety. They definitely like to play the run. 3rd and 11 here, pass over the middle, short pass off of the hands of Duncan, and it's going to fall incomplete. So quick 3 and out there, 2nd of the night for Miami, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Well, there's a term for what the Miami offense has looked like so far early tonight here, Mike, and that term is lost in the sauce. They don't know if they're coming or going. That's the nicest way I know it.
Here trying to go to the outside. He spins forward, picking up 14 of his 4th punt return of the night. And great field position coming up here for Notre Dame. They're going to start at the Miami 47-yard line, their best field position of the night.
I'll tell you what, and if Notre Dame wants to keep scoring, my advice, keep doing what you've been doing.
Just Brandon Maynard there picks up 13 for the Florida State transfer. His second catch of the night, and Notre Dame, Miami having a tough time figuring out how to stop him.
Well, they're dropping back so far in zone, and they're allowing Notre Dame, Caden Saint, to go off in the run game, and for Stevens just to throw underneath it all night long.
Pass to the left, and stepping out of bounds there is Zachary Cooper as he picks up 5 on his third catch of the night. So 2nd and 5, Miami, they got to do something different defensively.
They got to bring more pressure, and they've got to get into a few more man-to-man type situations, I think, because they are just getting picked apart underneath.
Well, pass to the flat to the left. Dexter Jackson coming up with his second grab. He picks up 9, and another first down for Notre Dame as they just keep moving the ball down inside the red zone again.
And I love this type of offense. You know, it's safe. It is. You know, it's hard to make mistakes when you're doing this. If a team will let you do it all night long.
Triple option. Oh, my goodness. Griffin Richardson coming up, not letting Steven get rid of that one as he had Bertier as the pitch man. He gets waylaid and is going to lose 3.
Griffin Richardson just decleated Steven, said, welcome to the CFSL.
Well, nice intro for Steven as he threw an interception to get started, but he has rebounded nicely. 2nd and 13, pass over to the left. Going to throw that one out of bounds. Didn't like what he saw. Going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, and Steven now sitting at 15 of 18 here about halfway through the second quarter. Outside of the interception, he's looked pretty good. Got Notre Dame in scoring position again.
Rolling right, thrown off his back foot, going across the middle as he looks for Zachary Cooper. And for the second time tonight, we're going to see Amy Schlizzy come on and attempt a field goal.
Just a little bit of a knuckleball thrown there by Steven, going across his body and backwards.
This field goal attempt is good, and so 20-0, 4:29 to go here in the first half.
Not what I was expecting, just to be honest with you. Not saying that I thought Notre Dame was not going to come out and look good, because I did. I expected to see a little more out of Miami's offense early, but it looks like right now that Notre Dame's defense especially has just got their number.
Well, the Miami offense hasn't looked super crisp. They haven't ran the ball a whole lot, haven't been super successful when they have. The passing game is really the one that's been kind of letting them down. They're going to hand it off here, but Marcus Duncan gets eaten up quickly and will lose 2.
Yeah, no, that's a big tackle there by Trent Doyle, who comes in, gets the tackle for loss. We see it again, but it's just like Notre Dame seeing the play before Miami runs it, and Miami just cannot get any momentum going.
Well, Miami wants to do something here because they started the game with the ball. Notre Dame will start the second half with the ball. They don't want us to be down 20-0 and start the second half with Notre Dame having the ball. That pass incomplete out to the side, going to bring up a 3rd and 12.
Well, yeah, and he had him there, and the guy's not able to haul it in.
Shotgun here. They're going to hand it off on a draw play, and Duncan can't go anywhere. Only going to pick up a 1, and for the 3rd time tonight, Miami's going to go 3 and out.
I'll tell you what, that's just Bubba Tier there on the tackle. Miami's offense is just, they've had no answers tonight. Their defense started out trying to hold Notre Dame off pretty well, but Notre Dame, once they got in their rhythm, has been able to do about what they wanted to.
Bertier to the outside. He's got speed. We saw it earlier. Oh, he had one man to beat. We might have saw our second punt return TD in CFSL history. But last they were able to bring him down. Great return nonetheless.
It gives the Irish great field position again. I was with you. I was about to move and kind of leaning it out of my seat there. I thought we were about to see our second punt return, but they were able to get him down there at the 30. I tell you what, Isaac Crowd already with 6 tackles tonight. He's doing everything he can for this Hurricane defense. They are just giving up too much underneath stuff.
29-yard line where they start. Best field position tonight. Going to throw a screen pass outside. Zachary Cooper doesn't work quite as well as it did when they threw it to Bertier, but he will pick up 6.
Well, Cooper's a good receiver. You know, and he's fast. He's just not Bertier fast.
Well, not many people are.
No.
2nd and 4 here. Kraut picking up the tackle. They're going to go read option. Stevens going to take it straight up the middle. A little slow on that play, it looked like, as Kraut comes up to make the tackle.
Well, that's it. 3rd and 1. You know, if you're Miami right now, you've really got to do your best to try to hold them to a field goal here if you can, to try to get some momentum going your way.
27-0 would be definitely a big hole to try to fight out from under. 3rd and 1 here. Ball at the 20. Steven makes an adjustment, drops back, looks right, comes back left, steps up, throws, and that one almost picked off. Freeman Swiss gets his hands on it, but not able to bring it down, and it's going to be 4th and 1. And Notre Dame's going to try the field goal after going 3 and out.
Well, Miami, you know, and that's a small victory for them to hold them to the field goal attempt.
That one is good with 2:48 to play here in the first half. Shalizzi knocks home her 3rd field goal of the half, and it's 23-0 Notre Dame over Miami.
Irish are in complete control right now. We're going to have to see a big change from Miami, either here and especially in the second half, if they want to get back in this game.
So I know a lot of the veterans. I saw Alan talk about it in League Chat. I know you've mentioned it. You thought Notre Dame was, playing it coy last week. Do you think that maybe they caught Miami by surprise? Maybe they didn't pay as much attention as they should have?
It's possible. I don't want to say that and assume it, because Doma, I know he's usually very, very good in his game plan. My goodness, it's kind of hard to argue with the fact that Miami didn't see something.
Yeah. Handoff here, Duncan gets hit in the backfield. Carlos Luzon coming up with the tackle for loss, his 2nd tackle of the night. And that's going to be a loss of 4, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7.
Right, and this is what's been going on in Miami all night. They've been talking about it in chat. One of the guys who was in the exhibition stream last week accused Notre Dame of putting the band in the uniforms and sending them out to play us. And he's in there, he's here tonight again. He said the same thing. He said, I told you they put the band in.
Halfback screen there on that 3rd down. Marcus Duncan's going to lose 6. And for the 3rd straight drive, Miami's going to go 3 and out and have to punt it away.
Well, it's been the story of the night for this Miami offense. They can get no momentum going. They can't find their footing. Notre Dame not giving them anything at all. It's not the Miami offense we're used to seeing.
Well, they wind up losing 3 yards overall on that drive. And they'll punt it away here. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Punt going to be fielded at the 40. Bertier goes to the outside looking for a block. He'll get out to the 45, 14-yard return there, as he's had an excellent night returning punts. And good field position again here for Notre Dame. They're going to start inside Miami's 50 with an opportunity to add to a 23-0 lead.
Well, I mean, if Notre Dame can get a touchdown here and be up 30-0 at the half, that's going to be a pretty impressive feat.
Well, it would also be an amazing comeback if Miami was able to engineer that in the second half. Stevens going to take off and run here. Only going to pick up 2, and they're going to call a timeout.
I think you saw Griffin Richardson there and decided that discretion was the better part of valor.
Well, you're up 23-0. No use making sense or taking senseless chances. Steven getting pressure, going to throw that one to the left on the sideline. Caden St. III picks it up. He picks up 4, and it's going to set up a 3rd and 3.
Caden St. III tried to fight Richardson off on that one, threw out the big stiff arm. Richardson able to wrestle him down, though.
Notre Dame 3 for 6 on 3rd downs tonight. Short one here, 3rd and 3. Steven's going to pass, though. Blitz coming, but they pick it up, and he goes over the middle, has plenty of time. He finds Austin Gambas for a gain of 23.
Well, and Austin Gambas, one of my favorite players, one of my favorite wide receivers in the league is Austin Gambas, just because of how clutch he has been against Notre Dame Friday night.
Pass over the middle and not able to hold that one in. Lots of traffic around for that one as it's broken up, but it's going to bring up 2nd down.
All right, 2nd and 10. Still a minute and a half on the clock. Notre Dame, they have no reason to hurry here.
Hand off, Caden St. III not here, hurrying there as they hand it off to him. And he's going to pick up 4, and it'll bring up 3rd and 6. So Miami definitely needs to stop here. 23 is manageable. 30, 23 is not easy, but 30 we've never seen.
No, that's a pretty tall hill to climb.
Well, it's going to be 30 as he finds Bubba Bertier in the corner of the end zone. 11-yard touchdown pass with 1:08 to go here in the first half. And Notre Dame is really putting it on the Canes.
I tell you what, I don't know what Miami thought was going to happen tonight, or what they had game planned for, or whatever. Haven't seen a Miami team look like this since Doma took over as AD. So this is an aberration for me. But you got to give credit where it's due here. Notre Dame they've got a good game plan on offense and defense, and Miami so far tonight has had no answer.
Return there, 26 yards by Blaze Gunner. And they finally got a kick return that they got to bring out, but didn't get a whole lot out of it, so they're going to start at the 25. 1:04 to play. Miami looking for some kind of points here. Richardson going to step up, throws it deep to the right, jump ball, and Gunner comes down with it with a pickup of 40.
Yeah, Blaze Gunner. If you're going to throw it up deep to somebody, throw it up to Blaze Gunner, because he's usually a pretty safe bet.
And he had that 3-touchdown fourth quarter against Alabama a couple seasons ago, and that one goes over the middle. That one's caught by Matthew Owsley, who picks up 13. Another first down here for Miami, and now they actually look like they got a little something going.
Well, they're pushing the ball down the field.
Richardson the pass, going to check it down to the left. McDaniel gets it to the 10, a 12-yard pickup, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from just outside the 10.
And Jay Nathaniel in chat says that's what we should have been doing the whole time. I can't argue with it.
Well, sometimes easier said than done. Handoff here to Duncan, and he's going to take it to the 5. So it's going to be 2nd and 5, 36 seconds to play. Miami's got one timeout yet left. They go hurry up here and hand it off again to Duncan, but he's got nowhere to go. And he's actually going to lose 1 or 2, they say. So now it's 3rd and 7. They'll hurry up to the line again, trying not to use their timeout yet. Owsley comes in motion. And now they're just going to wait. Since it's 3rd down, they're going to take some more time off the clock. They snap it, throwing back in the end zone off the hands of Owsley. Couldn't haul it in. And it's going to be 4th and 7.
Well, had him, hit him in the hands. He just couldn't bring it in. But Miami in position here to put their first points of the night up.
Well, second field goal attempt here for Groza. Missed the first one. And this one is up and good with 8 seconds to play here in the second. And Miami finally getting some points on the board.
Well, there won't be a shutout tonight. Not in this game.
Well, I guess that's one positive to look at it. Miami's still got a lot of time in the second half. But they're going to have to come out with a completely different game plan than they used in the first.
No, they're going to have to come out. They're going to have to open their offense up a little bit. We talk a lot about using the run to open up the pass. I think Miami may have to use the pass to try to open up the run.
Well, looks like they're just going to hand it off here. Caden Saint going to pick up 4. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as, wow, Notre Dame 30-3 at the half. Most people did not expect this. Matt, you said you weren't expecting it. A little bit of a crazy first half there. Give us your thoughts on it.
Well, I'm not surprised that Notre Dame looks good, because they've got a good scheme on offense. They have most of their defense returning from last year, which was pretty good. My biggest surprise tonight has been, honestly, and I'm not trying to be critical, the Miami Hurricanes. They have looked just completely discombobulated all night long on both sides of the ball. Showed a little bit of life on that last drive there at the end of the half when they moved the ball pretty quickly. But other than that, their defense can't get stops, and their offense had something like 3 straight 3-and-outs at one point in the first half. So they gotta do something different if they want to get back in this thing.
Yeah, Miami 4 3-and-outs in total, or 5 3-and-outs actually. They had 4 straight at one point in the first half. Definitely got to get it going. You look at the first half stats, and not a surprise as it is dominated by Notre Dame, who is up 30-3 in this one. We'll see what Miami can do in the second half. They're going to start on defense, so Notre Dame has an opportunity to really blow this one apart with a big first drive. However, Miami, if they can force the 3 down or even get a turnover, they could swing the momentum a little bit. Maybe they could do something.
Well, momentum is a heck of a thing, as we all know in this game. If Miami can get some kind of big play, something, try to get momentum going back their way, we've seen crazy things happen in this league.
Bubba Bertier fighting there on the return. Nice 39-yard return, so he's looked good. Both returning punts and kicks. This drive's going to start at the 39-yard line for Notre Dame. 10th drive of the night. And they're handing that one off to Caden St. third, 6 yards to start the drive.
I'll tell you what, man, they're doing exactly what they want already. Again, Caden St. picking up 6 yards quick. Nice blocking by the offensive line. I'm not sure yet. Miami, it feels like that they're still sitting back in zone, not really trying to put pressure on the run game or to get after Steve.
Screenplay here on the outside. Cooper makes that grab, picks up 8. And another first down here for Notre Dame, their 14th of the night.
That's some nice blocking out there by the Notre Dame wide receivers to spring that screenplay open for them.
My score sheet only goes up to 22 first downs. I think I might need more. This game continues the way it's going. Triple option, and Steeman holds on to that one a little bit too long, I think. Winds up picking up 2, but looks like he could have maybe pitched that to Maynard, got a few more.
Probably could have. Just a kind of a freshman mistake. Chose the safe route. Maybe didn't feel safe pitching the ball right there.
Not quite as decisive as we saw Thrasher Baines last night. Pass over to the right there. That one's caught by Maynard, and he'll pick up 2 more, and it will bring up a 3rd and 6. What did you think of that game, especially USC's offense last night?
Well, I thought USC was very impressive on offense last night. I thought that that's the best we've seen that triple option attack look in a live game, and I think USC's got something good going.
Pressure up the middle, and a sack there by Gilbert Wilkerson, a sophomore 4-star, had 5 sacks a season ago, comes up with his first of the season there, and they are going to force Notre Dame off the field after the loss of 8.
Well, he just bull rushes his way through there, gets off his block, and that's a good defensive stop for Miami. That's what they needed to do. You can't give Notre Dame any more points. I don't think in this second half. I think you've got to fight your way back. You've got to keep scoring. You've got to keep them from putting any more up.
Well, what a punt there as it is fielded at the 15-yard line, inside the 20. Everything coming up 7s for Notre Dame so far. We'll see what Miami can do starting at the 15. Here they got the line to jump. No flag, though. They're going to go the halfback screen. Duncan makes the catch. Got a little bit of room. Goes to the outside and brought down after a pickup of 4.
Well, tried to use Notre Dame's pressure against him right there. Like you said, Duncan got 4 yards, but again, it still feels conservative until they do something different.
2nd and 6 now, and Owsley comes in motion. Richardson's going to throw, and that one is picked off. Dominic Shalizzi picks it off at the 32, brings it back to the 24. Second turnover of the night for the Kings.
Shalizzi just watches the eyes of Axon Richardson all the way. He sees the ball coming, makes a great play on the ball. And Dominic Shalizzi, freaking all world felt like middle linebacker last year, does it again.
I think just missed out on All-American. 99 tackles, 17 for a loss, 5 deflections, forced fumble. Somewhat of a surprise that it wasn't an All-American season as they give Caden St. III, who's wrapped up for no game.
Well, Dominic Shalizzi will let his play do the talking, I'm sure, all season long. Probably felt a bit like a snub to him, so I expect him to have a big year.
Shotgun here. They're going to go to the halfback screen. Saint makes the catch, but gets forced out of bounds there. As a nice play made by John Dowd. Pickup of 2, and it's going to be 3rd and 8.
All right, well, 3rd and 8 here. Notre Dame, they're in business here deep again in Miami Hurricanes territory. Can they pick up first? Can they put more points on the board?
Another screen, this time to the right. And Saint will pick up 2, and it's going to be a quick 3 and out. They'll send Amy Shalizzi on for her 4th field goal attempt of the night.
Yeah, and I wonder, is Notre Dame taking their foot off the gas a little early here? Are they dialing it back a little bit early here because maybe they feel like they got this one in the bag?
Well, we've never seen a 30-point comeback, so it's would not be outside the realm of possibility to feel like maybe that's what's happening there. Shalizzi makes her 4th field goal of the night.
Wow. Regardless, Miami, what they've got to do is they've got to put one good drive together. They've got to make a good play, make another one, pick up first downs, put a good drive together, put points on the board, and they've got to get the confidence going in this offense because it is a different scheme than they ran last season. Right now, it looks a little discombobulated, a little off the radar, but they got to figure it out.
Richardson from the shotgun to start, going to pass that one over the middle, and Mark Terry makes the catch. His 2nd of the night. Haven't got him much involved, but it's a nice 8-yard pickup.
It is a nice 8-yard pickup, and he also got absolutely bamboozled there on that hit. But I tell you what, I'm trying to catch the number of the train. Dominic Shalizzi, of course, 18.
Only the 5th tackle, but does have that interception, first interception of his career, by the way. 2nd and 2 now. Richardson going to pass again, throws to the right. That one is caught by Nathaniel. He'll pick up 6 and get the first down.
All right, well now Miami looks like they're trying to do something on offense. They're forcing the ball a little further down the field. They're forcing Notre Dame to cover them. And actually Richardson already looking better on this drive.
Halfback screen, Duncan's got it, trying to go to the outside. Shalizzi given chase, but ultimately brought down by Trent Doyle. Going to be a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1.
All right, and this is what actually Richardson probably needs to do from this point on. Just empty out the backfield, spread out this defense and find the hole.
Richardson throw it to the left, and what a play there by Doyle as he comes up to bat that one away. Just missed an interception, possibly going to be 3rd and 1.
Well, Doyle, he made a huge, dive at the ball there, obviously trying to deflect it. Did exactly that.
5-star freshman looking good tonight in his debut. Pass over the middle, that one's caught. First down there for Miami, out to the 40 as Richard Singer picks up his 2nd catch.
All right, and now again, actually Richardson trying to settle the troops, trying to circle the wagons here a little bit for the Hurricanes. He's got a decent drive for it.
Richardson steps up, throws it right, and that one is batted away by the Notre Dame defense, and it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a bit of a comeback route there. Richardson threw that one too late, allowed the defender to catch back up with it, jump in front of it.
Pistol formation now, and Richardson's going to drop back to pass. Now going to take off and run, gets inside the 35, picks up a gain of 7 and another 3rd down coming up for this Miami offense.
All right, now it's 3rd and 3. It's short and it's manageable. Miami going to have to try, at this point, I don't think punt can even be in your lexicon. I think you have to try to put points up any way you can.
Well, only 2 for 10 on 3rd downs. We'll see what they do here. Hand it off to Marcus Duncan. Goes to the outside, another 2 for 11 as Shalizzi comes up to make the stop.
I tell you what, that's a big hit. Miami, and looks like Miami's going to go ahead and go for the field goal. Hey, it's 3 more.
50-yard field goal, trying to make it back to a 30-point game. And this one by Groza is good, so he's 2 for 3 on the night, and it is 33-6, Fighting Irish.
Yep, that's still a 4-score game. Kind of still what we're dealing with here. But I'll tell you what, these Hurricanes, they showed up pretty well on defense last time. They're going to have to do it again.
Return here up the left sideline. Dexter Jackson picks up 31. On the return there, you look at the yards by half so far. Miami leading in half, 44-14. Notre Dame struggled a little bit, played a little bit conservative on their last drive. Do you expect something different here?
I do. I expect them to keep trying to run their offense. It's still very early here in the 3rd quarter.
Pass over to the right to start the drive, and that's caught by Mayer. He picks up 7 before he's brought down by Perry Pinnell, and so he'll set up a short 2nd down.
All right, this is what Notre Dame has done all night long. I wouldn't be surprised here to see a run from Caden Saint, try to shorten the 3rd down or go ahead and pick up the 3rd.
Speed option coming up here. Steeman keeps it himself, and he's going to fight hard for a 1-yard gain. That'll bring up a short 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was another one that I felt like that they were a little slow getting out of the gate on. But 3rd and 2 for the Irish.
They'll come out the shotgun, trips to the bottom of the screen. Single receiver at the top, going to go with an option again. Steeman's going to keep it himself. Picks up the 1st down as Pinnell comes up and makes the tackle.
And if you're Notre Dame right now, your offense all night has really been about ball control and not taking a lot of chances. And if you're that, you don't want to alter that if you're the Irish right now.
Read option here. Steeman keeping it in him yet again, and he's going to pick up 6 more on the ground.
All right, Tyler Steeman, decided to use his legs here in the 2nd half and try to keep the drive going. He's been successful so far.
Come back up with shotgun. Saint to the left. They use him as a decoy on the play fake. Going to throw it to the left, but it's into the Miami sideline. Falls incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Well, it was a decently designed play, but Miami read it very well. Had everything covered. Steeman makes the right decision, throws that thing out of bounds.
6 for 11 on 3rd downs tonight. Great job by Notre Dame. And that one off of the hands of their receiver, as the walk-on Kevin James not able to bring that one in. So that's going to force a punt. Only the second time tonight, if memory serves correct. And Miami's going to get it back.
That's it. Going to be another punt there by the Irish. Now, this is the second punt that Miami's forced. They have 3 points to show for the last one. But they got a long field in front of them here. They only get back to the 25, this Kraut, before they can try to put more points on the board.
Actually, they were spotted at the 27, so decent field position, but again, still not great. They haven't had great field position much of the night. Definitely plays into the score. Halfback screen to start. They go to Marcus Duncan on the outside. Got some room and a nice diving tackle attempt from behind by Zach Howard, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, Howard does a good job. You've just been able to get around those ankles and trip him up, or else Duncan might have been going a little farther.
18's the mic, they said. I heard that very clearly. That's Dominic Shalizzi. Handoff. Or not a handoff, a run by Richardson. He spins off out of the sack and scrambles for a pickup of 4.
And Axton Richardson, is doing whatever he can here to try to keep this ball moving. At some point it gets about pride if you're Miami.
2nd and 6, shotgun still for Richardson to go over the middle. That one is caught. Out to the 40-yard line is Mark Perry on his 3rd drive of the night.
Well, and Mark Perry, another good job. 3 catches, 27 yards. Does a nice job there of hauling it in on the slant route or skinny post and getting another first down for Miami.
With 1:35 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Miami's finally got their 10th first down of the night. Ball at the 40-yard line of Notre Dame. They come out in the pistol formation, 3-3-5 defense for the Irish. Richardson throws it over the middle, looking for Owsley, but he's not able to hold on to it, and it falls incomplete.
That is no man's land out there in the middle right now, because you've got Al Walker and you've got Dominic Shalizzi roaming around out there. Anything that you can't haul in and be secured, they're going to knock loose.
Notre Dame definitely has a good defense. A lot of playmakers out there. There's one of them, as that was Trent Doyle added this year. Hits Owsley hard after the catch, and his 5th tackle of the night, and it's going to be 3rd and 3.
That's another one of those decleaters that we were talking about.
A lot of big hits going on in this one. A few coming from each side. 2 for 11 on 3rd downs are the Hurricanes. They're going to come out here on this 3rd and 3 in the pistol full house. They're going to try triple option, but Notre Dame was ready for it. Zach Howard blows that one up, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'll tell you, all right, and Miami going to have to settle for another field goal attempt. Try to make this a 33-9 game.
Well, 24-point game they're looking at here, and that one is good. So 3-4 on the night is Dakota Groza. And with 43 seconds to go, Miami's got 3 scores.
Yeah, it's technically a 3-score game. 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions. That would be 3 more touchdowns than Miami's got all night long, but hey, they got time.
Oh, they're trying to keep it close-ish. 24 points, huge comeback. We've seen 17-20 a couple of times in the 4th quarter. This would definitely be the biggest comeback, but they do have Blaze Gunner, who engineered a big 4th quarter comeback once upon a time. Dexter Jackson with a catch over the middle, going to pick up 17 to start this drive for Notre Dame.
Yeah, I tell you what, Notre Dame now looks like they may be trying to put their offense a little bit more into gear. Start moving the ball down the field again. Be interesting to see what Steeman does. Do they keep staying on the run game, try to run the clock, or they try to put more points on the board?
1st and 10 here from the 42. A pump fake to screen. Now they're going to take a shot. Deep to the right, jump ball, and John Dowd not able to come down with it, and that will fall incomplete.
Well, John Dowd, jumps, turns, he's in the right position. All he has to do is haul it in, just not able to do it. Tyler Steeman living a little bit dangerously on that throw.
And off here, Caden St. the third takes it out to the left. Kraut makes the tackle, but not before St. adds 7 yards to his total, bringing him up to 55.
All right, now they're able to manage for 3rd and 3 for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Now can Miami force them to punt again here in the 2nd half?
Well, at the 49-yard line, need to get to the 48 of Miami. They're going to hand it off up the middle to the walk-on Watson, and he is stopped just short. Going to be 4th and inches when we come back. We'll head to the 4th quarter. Notre Dame up big, 33-9. Can Miami pull the miracle comeback? We'll find out next. You're watching the Cfsl on PX1 Sports on YouTube Live. start the fourth quarter, and Notre Dame is going to elect to punt, as that one was fielded, brought out to the 25 by Isaac Brown. So they got some work to do here, Matt.
Yeah, they do have a lot of work to do, and Mears was laughing about the fact that you said 4th and inches.
Oh, well, because he took the so unique and unrelated name for his podcast. 1st and 10, and Kraut's going to take, or Richards is going to take off and run, and he's going to run for a gain of 8 to start this drive.
Yeah, he could have named his podcast a lot of things. A lot of different football terms he could have used.
Well, and I think 4th and inches is fine, but it's not giggle worthy in chat if somebody says.
No, I mean, you know, it's not like you used illegal touching.
Wow. Pass to the right on the sideline, caught at the 49. Mark Perry, an 18-yard gain and a first down for Miami.
And Mark Perry does one of those Michael Jackson catches on the sideline from the Smooth Criminal video where he stops and leans, but he holds his feet in bounds. You know, he does that move. Yeah, that one. That was, you know, it's Annie, are you okay?
12th first down of the night for Miami as they get across the 50-yard line and start at the 49. Richardson back to pass, throws it over the middle. That one's caught by Blaze Gunner, who's going to pick up 9.
All right, Miami now starting to move the ball again, you know, like we saw in that late first half drive. Starting to try to throw the ball down the field. He's got the weapons for it. You know, Richardson, he can put points up in a hurry if he wants to.
Well, you got to watch Bertier on Gunner because Bertier's got the speed to stay with Gunner. Pass over to the right, thrown it in the traffic as they were going for Nathaniel, but he's not able to bring that one down, and it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Greg. It was a Greg Brault, the 3-star quarter was in. They were able to get in there on that one.
3rd and 1, empty backfield. Richardson's going to throw over the middle and off of the hands of Nathaniel, incomplete. 4th and 1, you got to go for it.
You got to go for it. These drops have got to be killing the entire, you know, the Miami coaching staff right now.
Safety coming in the box. Looks like they're bringing a blitz. 8 guys in the box there. They hand it off to Marcus Duncan, and he could not pick up the first down as that one was stopped by the safety, Cody Flowers. So a turnover on downs, and still coming up snake eyes for Miami's offense.
Notre Dame just not giving them anything. Not letting them have, not even, you know, oh, you're going to go for it on 4th. Okay, well, we're going to stop you behind the line. Notre Dame takes over at the 40.
They got a 24-point lead. They're going to throw it here. Pump fake to the screen, and they throw it over the middle. That one is almost picked up. Perry Fidel and Isaac Kraut out there in coverage, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they both got their hands on it, weren't able to pull it down. You know, but that was another one of those risky throws from Steven.
Next pass again. Steven goes over the middle, finds Maynard, who gets out to the 45. Going to be a short pickup there, and a 3rd down upcoming for Notre Dame.
All right, 3rd and 6 for the Irish. Miami. You know, still 7.5 minutes left to go here in this in the 4th quarter. So they really need to get a stop right here.
Yeah, they need a stop or a turnover, and they need to execute on offense. Pass over the middle into traffic, and it's broken up. Good defense there by Miami, and they are going to force the 3rd 3-and-out of the night for Notre Dame, and they'll get the ball back, but not the greatest field position most likely.
Yeah, this Notre Dame punter's been pretty on point all night long.
Fielded at the 14-yard line by Kraut, gets it out to the 24. They're going to say it's a return of 8. They're not going to give him as many yards as I thought maybe he deserved. So neither here nor there. Long field in front of Kraut on this one.
Well, yeah, it's a long field for Axon Richardson, this Miami offense, which has had trouble with the field anyway tonight.
Pass over the middle, caught in traffic. Nice haul in there by James Nathaniel. Had the big drop on the last drive. His 5th grab of the night for the first down.
Yeah, Nathaniel does a good job of holding on to that one. Picks up the first. They're going to line up 4 wide again.
Richardson dropping back pass, going to go with the halfback screen. They go to Duncan on the outside, stiff arms the first guy, and then will be brought down after getting one. Maybe too many halfback screens at this point. I don't think they're doing you a lot of good.
They're not helping much. Notre Dame's defending them very well. They're keeping guys in position. I don't think the halfback screen, you're right, it's not doing them any good.
Drop it back, throwing to the left, and caught on the sideline. Blaze Gunner jumping up to make that catch. Pick up a 17. Nice grab there as he gets the first down.
Well, 3 catches, 65 yards for Blaze Gunner. If that tells you what his wheelhouse is for receiving. You know, he's one of those guys that like to catch the ball further down the field, and, they need to get him more involved.
Well, maybe they take a shot to him here. Lined up at the top of the screen all by himself, one-on-one coverage. Pump fake to that side, but come back to the right and caught on the sideline by Pennell for a pickup of 3.
All right, Pennell, one of the 2 safeties that plays both ways. One of the Miami Hurricanes, Pennell playing receiver, where of course Kraut plays halfback too.
Swinging the pass here again on 2nd down. Looking downfield, throws to the left. That one's caught, stepping out of bounds. Pennell again, picking up 17.
And that's a good job there. You see Pennell, he runs a good route. He's wide open, makes a good break to the outside. Now Miami's moving the ball, and the difference is that they're not as conservative, that they're pushing the ball down the field.
Well, you got to wonder if maybe Richardson was affected a little bit by that opening interception, and that led to some of the conservativeness. Now with their backs against the wall, they're having to open up a little bit more. Pass over the middle. Pennell coming up with his 3rd grab here. Only going to be a 1-yard grab, and it'll be 2nd and 9.
Oh, yeah, but now they're using Pennell a lot here on offense. I don't recall ever seeing them use him this much, but, hey, Action Richards got to go with what he can find right now.
He's a drop back pass, throws it to the left, catching it, stepping out of bounds. Jay Nathaniel with a short gain.
All right, 3rd and 6 for the Miami Hurricanes, who I don't think will bring the punter back out tonight for any reason whatsoever. I don't even think that they'll try to kick a field goal again.
Well, it would be surprising if they did anything other than go for it on 4th down. 3rd and 6 here, 5:20 to go. They're going to hand it off to Marcus Duncan. Slips the first tackle, but brought down by Shalizzi, just short of the marker, going to be 4th and 1.
Yeah, and they're definitely going for it here. There's no getting around that. I say they got 3 down linemen here. Just power this thing with Duncan or Action Richardson. Try to pick up the ball.
3 tight ends out there. They hand it off to Sean Brown, the walk-on. Isaac Kraut's supposed to be the backup, but he's on the bench, and Sean Brown picks up the first.
Well, Sean Brown comes in. Probably wasn't expecting to be used in a big moment like that, but they can pick up the first.
Well, he's got to be ready. 1st and 10 here. Inside the red zone, taking a shot for the end zone, and it's caught by Nathaniel, 15 yards for the touchdown.
Great throw and catch there by Miami. That's what I've been looking for all night long from this offense, and they finally delivered. Nathaniel does a great job hauling it in, getting across the goal line. Late here in the 4th quarter, not a whole lot of time, but, and hey, man, yeah, they're going for it.
They're trying to cut this lead down to 16. And they throw it over the middle. That one's caught by Nathaniel again, so the 2-point conversion is good. And it's going to make it 33-17.
Well, that's a nice play there by Nathaniel. Again, just finding the opening in the back of the end zone. Miami's going to kick, trust their defense, which has slowed Notre Dame down here in the 2nd half. Let's see what happens.
Well, they need a quick stop here. They are not out of it. 16 points, so it's tough to come up with 3 touchdowns in a row with a 2-point conversion. But 4:51 to play. You get a stop or a turnover here. You score. You got time. You definitely have time to make this comeback. We'll see what Miami can do. Notre Dame still passing. Pump fake. They go out to the left and taken off for the races. Cooper down to the 20. Might have been bobbing a little bit too much there, but a 55-yard pickup to start the drive for Notre Dame.
Once he beat his man in coverage there and got past him, that was a lot of green grass in front of him. Cooper, not the fleetest of foot guy, but he has great hands. Does a good job there and gets that thing all the way down into the Miami's 20-yard line.
Longest play of the night for either team, 55 yards, and Notre Dame's still passing. They go over the middle there. That one falls incomplete, intended for the walk-on, going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Notre Dame, I think, doesn't like the game being as close as it looks right now. I think they're trying to put some more up.
Well, in some regard, you have to give them credit for not just trying to run it out and trying to put the final nail in the coffin as Cooper makes the catch there for an 8-yard pickup. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, because the last few drives kind of felt like they had let off the gas a little bit, and this one, it feels like, okay, now we've got to step on their throat here a little bit.
6th trip inside the red zone. They came away with 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals. And I go read option here. Steeman keeps it himself. Barreling his way forward and pushes his way. No, not into the end zone. Would have been his 3rd touchdown run of the night, but they're going to say he didn't get in.
Oh, boy. I would love to see a review of that one. I thought he was all the way in.
Read option. Steeman will get in there with his 3rd touchdown run of the night. And I think that was the final nail in the coffin, Matt.
Yeah, I think the overweight female is warming up somewhere, getting ready to sing us out of this one because I think Notre Dame just put this one away.
Nice night for Steven. 3 touchdown runs, also had a passing touchdown, so 4 total touchdowns in his Notre Dame debut. You know, rebounded nicely from the interception to start the game. Griffin Richardson seemed to, or Axel Richardson, I don't know why I keep calling him Griffin. Axel Richardson seemed to not respond as well after his interception.
He had a lot harder time with it looked like. And they never really looked confident on offense until that last drive. And it seemed like it might have been just a little bit too little too late. I expect a better showing from Miami in weeks to come.
So now they're just playing for pride pretty much as they go out to their right. G. Nathaniel comes up with a short pickup. Only going to be a gain of 1. 8 catches, 79 yards for him.
Well, Nathaniel's had a nice night. You know, you got to look for bright spots if you're Miami right now. Hey, you were able to make that last drive. You're able to put points on the board. Try to run the clock out here. Try to put more points on the board. You know, do whatever you can do.
Halfback screen. They dump it off to Duncan, who gets hit hard by Shalizzi. Going to be a loss of 1 in a long 3rd and 10. I don't know why they keep using that halfback screen as much as they do.
Well, Shalizzi was sitting there in the almost in like a halfback spy. Like he was staying on him the whole time. And I saw it coming before Duncan turned around. That was going to be it.
15th 3rd down attempt of the night. Only 2 conversions so far for Miami. Definitely plays a role into the score that we see. Another halfback screen. It feels like we've had about 10 of them. Is Duncan only going to pick up 4? You got to expect, well, I guess Miami punts here.
No,
they're going to go for it.
No.
Well, from their own 30.
No retreat, no surrender.
Down by 23. They're going to go for it here. I guess why not? Axel Richardson going to take off and slide short, 2 yards short of the marker, does he? And that should be pretty much it, as Notre Dame can, if they elect to, run out the clock.
If they elect to, but I don't know. They look like they might run a couple of plays.
And off, Caden St. the third takes it down inside the 20.
That's 11 rushes, 69 yards for Caden St. the third. It's a nice night for him. And Notre Dame not really slowing down.
No, they come out here. They took their time on the first play. Well, it looks like they're going to still run out the clock, but painfully they're going to make us watch the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, you know, this is that part of the game where I love to, describe it as we get to watch these guys sit out here and twitch at each other for about 20 or so seconds.
Well, Sean Flowerday didn't like that slide there by Axton Richardson.
Well, that was the, can we call it the Axton slide now?
Yeah, I feel St. John's had, I feel like we've had a lot of them that have done it. And it wasn't a close game necessarily either. Pass over the middle, why not on second down? Pass for 13 yards to Caden St., and it's going to be 1st and goal.
Yeah, 1st and goal, 2:14 left. I got a feeling they're going to sit on this one, so we're going to have a little bit of time to talk.
They're going empty backfield. You got to think it's a halfback draw to Steven. They're trying to get him his 4th rushing touchdown of the night. Makes an adjustment there, so maybe he's audibly out of it, as there are 2 linebackers playing in the middle of the field.
Yeah, look there in the slot to the right side. Looks like he's not got anybody directly on top of him. If he breaks to the outside, might be able to find an opening.
Time ticking away here on the play clock. 1:40 to go in here, and they are going to pass. And throw for the back of the end zone. Had a receiver, but overthrows it out of bounds. Going to be 2nd and goal. This is, I don't know if I've ever seen a team up by 20 plus in the 4th quarter and still throwing the ball.
Well, attitude reflects leadership.
Wow. Caden St. the third taking it up the middle, and he runs it in for another touchdown, and now they're just rubbing salt in the wound.
Yeah, and of course, I've just messed with Jeff on my last comment, but this Notre Dame offense, I think they did want to step on it one more time, want to put some more points on the board. They did run clock to their credit. They're not trying to necessarily run it up or whatever, but they played a really complete game all night long, and I think that they wanted, maybe they wanted to score this late.
Is this a game that you circle on your calendar and you look back and does it motivate you, inspire you the rest of the season? It's one thing to get blown out, and but it feels like they're rubbing it in at the end. It almost switches from, man, we got beat, and are we as good as we think, to, you know what, screw this, let's go out and prove to everybody that was some shenanigans, and we want to find Notre Dame again at some point.
Yeah, that I ran into that one season when, how long ago this was, when Washington was still in the league. You had a player on that team
Okay.
Raekwon Dawn. And we played Washington early in the season. I believe it was week 3, and they just beat the absolute pants off of us.
I'm sure Dong did nothing.
Yeah, no, he was a problem too, and they just absolutely destroyed us. And my attitude about it was A, we looked horrible, and B, I wanted to play Washington again. Didn't get a chance for the next season in the playoffs, but we were able to beat Washington in that next year.
You retired Neil.
And I retired Neil as an AD. So all is right in Cfsl as it should be.
Well, it is strange things. It's weird how things play out. Things like that can happen, and so you get your revenge at some point. I assume we will see revenge from Miami at some point. I mean, it's only week 1, and we've seen a lot of teams take blowouts. I mean, we talked about it going back all the way to season 2 when Ohio State got blown out a couple of times in that season, winds up in the championship game and almost wins it in overtime. So, one game does not make a season, but you got 2 ways to look at it. The glass is either half full or half empty. You can say it's half empty and you can whine and cry about it. You can say it's half full and we just didn't play. Let's go figure it out. And let's come back and dominate the rest of the season. We'll see how Miami responds. Pass over the middle there, falls incomplete, will be 3rd down.
Well, I'm sure people get tired of my sayings, but one of my favorite sayings I've learned as an AD is if you don't learn anything from the game, whether you win or lose, then you're wasting your time. So what Miami has to do from this is they have to learn what went wrong, and correct it.
Pass over the left. Well, I think the first thing is they got to figure out how to throw the ball past the mark and not throw 10 halfback screens.
I put that on the list.
I saw Doma earlier saying that this wasn't a aggressive game plan, not what he expected. And again, the turnover early on can definitely affect that. The defense can affect that too. And sometimes the defense does something that you don't expect, and that affects your play calling.
Well, it does. That's the biggest thing. It's the biggest variable in game planning is you don't really know what the other guy's going to call on you. You make educated guesses and try to think what they're going to try to stop or what they're going to try to do. I think Notre Dame threw a little bit of a curveball at Doma tonight.
Well, they're not going to throw a curveball here, as they are going to take a knee and run this one out. They were throwing the ball on the last drive, already up 23, and made it a 30-point game. They do end the game here. Notre Dame wins the first game of season 9, 47-17. Miami not going to like it. You're going to have to go back, watch the tape, figure out what they did wrong, and fix a lot of time left, though. In the season, we're not done. The debut of the MAC is coming up after this one. And, I just realized I spent all day working on the ticker and I didn't even turn it on.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Well, it will be coming up in the next game. So, Toledo goes into Tallahassee to take on the Florida State Seminoles, a game in which Florida State's favored by 17.5.
Sure.
We'll see what happens.
We got high rollers betting on that one.
Well, we'll see how it turns out. This one, final 47-17. That's it here from Houston. We'll be back in about 30 to 40 minutes for Florida State and Toledo, the debut of the MAC.